Hello everybody, Ed0626, and boy, what a crazy fucking day it is on the YouTube land, with Modern Warfare 2019 being officially revealed in terms of multiplayer, the thing that we have all been pretty much basing our decisions on whether to buy the game or not on, including myself. And before I do that, I just want to quickly talk about the gameplays. You know, a couple of really good gameplays on Flak Tower, and I forgot the other map's name because it's like new in World War II. But I had two decent gameplays. Hope you guys enjoy that in the background. Any friends I have in the gameplays will be in the description below, as well as all my social media stuff and the link to my radio show, which you can listen to for the remainder of the summer on 107.7 The Bronx. Now that we have that out of the way, let me preface everything I'm about to say about the Modern Warfare multiplayer reveal with the following statement. Going into this, I had zero to no expectations. As a matter of fact, I was unimpressed with pretty much everything that was being put out by Activision, Infinity Ward, people who claim they have leaks with these people. So I'm sitting here like, yeah, okay, I'll believe everything when I see it, blah, blah, blah. And, for the most part, a lot of this stuff was true, if not all of it, to be honest. But I had no expectations, and I went on record saying that I was really unimpressed with how this reveal was or how the actual gameplay reveal in the 2v2 gunfight was. And, of course, they actually put out a 5-minute better clip of the whole thing, which I didn't bother to cover because I thought there would be no point. But I was like, okay, this looks a little bit more decent than the fucking live streams that they actually gave us. So I feel a little bit better about this, but still had little to no expectations on what I was, what they were going to give us. From the trailer itself, I can tell you right now that shit was absolutely intense. And god damn it, how could you go wrong with Metallica Enter Sandman? That's like the perfect fucking song for any multiplayer trailer. And the trailer was really cool too. I'm not gonna lie. Of course, it's I don't want to say it's actual gameplay because it's like bots sort of thing. It's not really facing real people, but they're all staged and shit. But it was still really cool, and it gave us a feel of what the game was gonna look like. And I was happy with it. I thought it was a really good trailer, probably one of the better ones they put out in a very long time. So we move on to the whole live stream stuff, and the only person I was watching was Dr. Disrespect because I figured, this guy's famous on Twitch. I might as well fucking watch him if he's as good as everyone says he does, and he's as good as a personality as everyone says he is, which he kind of was. But when it came to the actual gameplay live streams, it was a fucking shit show, dude. I think I waited longer than I actually saw gameplay because the games kept timing out on a fucking on a LAN server or whatever the fuck it was. It was like, I'm sitting here trying to watch gameplay and it's like everything's disconnecting and I'm waiting another 15-20 minutes on the next gameplay to start. Everyone is. So I bounced out of there after like 2 hours saying to myself, this shit's pointless. I might as well just watch other gameplay. And thank God for guys like Foxy Grandpa and Charlie Intel who actually had gameplay put up on their pages. And I'm sitting here like, okay, this game looks a lot better. Now, up to this point, I'm saying to myself, yeah, this game looks kind of shit. I don't think I'm going to buy it. Until I went over to Charlie Intel's page and started watching the 3 or 4 gameplay clips that they had. And I was enjoying myself. I really was. And I watched Foxy Grandpa's stuff, and I'm like, oh shit, this is actually pretty good. I think I might actually consider pre-ordering to play the beta and whatnot. So, yeah. Now on to what I actually saw with the gameplay that I want to talk about. The first thing I want to mention is the night vision shit. Because this is the one of the things I really dislike about this whole thing. About Modern Warfare right now. They have 2 maps that are the same. One of them's a day vision, one of them's night vision. I can tell you right now, I got a bad feeling that there's going to be a lot of reskinning of maps for the sake of night vision stuff. And I really don't like that. I really want unique maps. I don't want what happened to Black Ops 4, where it's the same fucking map with different, weather patterns and shit. Because that's just recycled content, and no one wants to see that shit. So that bothered me initially. And then the night vision and how they handle it with the gameplay mechanics looks fucking terrible. It's literal, like, real-life gameplay. It's like real-life shit, and I don't like that, because Call of Duty's not a real-life shooter. They're trying to make it like a hardcore mode, especially with the night vision map. And I didn't like that at all, because not only can you not see anything, even with or without the night vision, you can't even tell when you kill an enemy, and you're also sitting there aiming your gun sideways, like that shit's annoying. So basically, you're running around more or less in night vision because you have to, because you can't see anything without it. And when you're shooting people, you don't even know if you shoot them or not. And that's the same thing with if you don't have the night vision on, which I don't know why you wouldn't have it on. But if you don't have it on, you still don't know if you shot the people or not, because nothing pops up. So that bothered me a lot. No kill feed on the night map, no score thing where it's like, oh, you got 100 points for killing this guy. That was really bothering me as well. So, right there off the bat, night vision's not going to be something I fuck with in the game. If I probably see a night map, I'm fucking leaving immediately, because I'm not dealing with that shit. I just can't. You can complain that I'm not gonna, you're not adapting. There's nothing to adapt to, because Call of Duty's an arcade shooter, and they're trying to make it into a real-life fucking combat situation, and I don't want to fucking, I want to play a game to enjoy it. I don't want to fucking running around with goddamn goggles on my map, shooting my gun sideways, which the accuracy looks like garbage anyway, so that was bothering the shit out of me. However, there is some good news. Tac Nuke is back, motherfuckers. We're going to have a game-ending motherfucking kill streak. That's going to be great. And I've never played Modern Warfare 2 in my life. I never played Modern Warfare 2. I hopped on the bandwagon of Call of Duty in Black Ops 1, which still remains to be my favorite COD of all time. I actually never got to do a Tac Nuke or a Moab. I never even got a Moab in Modern Warfare 3. I never got a nuclear of anything. I never got a bomb streak of anything. And now it's in this game, and I'm excited because it's hype as shit, and I know a lot of good players that will probably get me nukes and win games for me, so if you know who you are, shout out to you. Anyway, kill streaks looked okay. I didn't really get to see much kill streak gameplay, especially in the live streams when they were actually doing the reveal, because Dr. Disrespect was actually pretty garbage at the game, considering he was playing on mouse and he couldn't get his sensitivity. And that's not a knock on him, it's just he was not doing very good, and I wasn't really enjoying his stuff. So I really didn't get to see much streaks, but in the Charlie Intel and Foxy Grandpa gameplays I watched, the streaks looked pretty decent. I was like, this isn't terrible. Weapons looked great. I don't know if they were displaying all the weapons in the game, but from the weapons I saw, which were the AUG, the MP7, I don't know, the M4 was another one. I didn't see much FAMAS gameplay like I thought I would. Not a lot of pistol gameplay either, but the weapons look good. And speaking of weapons, holy shit, the gunsmith customization. Now, I'm a very avid supporter of customizing weapons to the fullest degree. That's why I hopped on Battlefield, because you can customize the shit out of your weapons with how they, not only do they look, but how they feel. Especially in Battlefield 4. Battlefield 1 and 5, not so much, but how they feel in Battlefield 4 is what really got me to playing that, because I can put on how I want my barrel to be, my sights, which, to be honest with you, any fucking iron sight in Battlefield 4 is garbage, in my opinion. You're better off just fucking putting a sight on, whatever is your preference. But, yeah, so I like the fact that Call of Duty finally has this very well in-depth customization, which is something that I've been dying for this game to have for the longest time, and I'm so happy that it's finally back. I think Black Ops 4 was the closest we came to this. However, Black Ops 4's Pick 10 system really hindered the creative class system, especially because a lot of the stuff in the game was crutch perks and crutch equipment, so you really couldn't put much attachments on your gun without sacrificing something, which I'm not a fan of, so I really didn't get to use that to the fullest of its ability. But this is probably the best customization I've ever seen in Call of Duty history, that I have seen personally. I don't know about you guys, and I personally don't think World War II's customization was all that great, and that's saying something. What else do we got here? TTK, Time to Kill. Little too fast for my taste. Don't know what's up with that. I kind of feel like people were dying a lot quicker, especially when I was watching Dr. Disrespect. He was like getting dropped in like a couple of shots, it looked like, and he had no time to react or do anything. So that was really like, wow, this feels weird, you know? It just doesn't look right. It looks like Ghost Time to Kill, and I haven't seen much Ghost gameplay, but I've seen enough to the point where I can tell what Time to Kill is like. And it's like, it was pretty fast in Ghost. This is like roughly the same, and I ain't a fan of that, so hopefully they fix that come the beta, because I'd like to last a little bit longer. Not Black Ops 4 longer, even though I think the fucking Time to Kill in that game is just as bullshit. It's too long, yet you feel like you're getting melted. That's a completely different story for a different time. The start of the game animations are really unique, something that Call of Duty's never done. So like when you're rolling on a truck or a helicopter, that's pretty dope. I enjoyed the hell out of that. And the last thing I want to mention is the mini-map. Now, a lot of people are on and off about this subject because there's no mini-map in Modern Warfare 4. It's a compass. And I personally think it's abysmal. I don't like the fact that there's no mini-map except when there's a UAV. I hate that. I really do. I think it's going to make camping a lot easier for people. And I hate that. It's just, I feel like it's catering to the people that just sit in corners using the lean mechanic that's in the game. I don't like it at all. However, I can see where it's useful in some cases too, because you can actually counter this. And when I say counter this, well, not counter it, but you can actually, like, they actually do a pretty good job of telling you where your enemy is shooting at. So it's not too bad, not as bad as I thought, but I'm still not a fan of the fact that there's no mini-map. But I don't know, at least it comes on in UAV, so pretty much UAV is a crutch kill streak at this point, where you have to have it or else you're screwed. So at least that's how I feel anyway. Anyway, guys, that's looking at my list of what I wrote down here throughout the day, but that's pretty much all I got. That's all I got for you guys. Those are all my thoughts about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. I'd love to hear what you thought about the whole thing. Again, there's stuff I like, there's stuff I don't like. I'd love to know what you guys think, and I want to have an open conversation down in the description below. I haven't played the game, so I really can't have much of a say in anything because I haven't touched it or I don't know what the feel of the game is. But just basing it on what I've seen, and I've been playing Call of Duty and first-person shooters for a long time, much like a lot of you guys. And just when I see something that looks off, it looks off. So that's all I got to say about that. And there's a lot of things that I noticed that looked a little bit off, like Time to Kill, even some of the accuracy stuff, like the kick mechanic that's in the game, the recoil, I should say. That was bugging me a little bit. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me on today's video. Check out everything else on the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a fantastic day. Like I said, one more time, check me out on all the shit you see down in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, and of course, subscribe. Anyway, this is Ed0626, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.